Okay, question. Obviously. You made the decision to buy this house and move to the countryside. Can you walk me through that decision? Like, why did you do it?
It's not something I really fully understand. It was just something I was drawn to. I ask my intuition constantly, every single day, for almost every single decision I make.
Like, sitting here right now, would you say that you've made mistakes?
You've never had like a really hard rejection where you're like, oh, this hurts?
Yeah.
Like with your parents, does it feel like a rejection a little bit?
Yeah, I think that's probably the toughest.
Yeah, it's cool how open you are about that. I think a ton of people in our generation are going through stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you're good at asking for help?
This is very you got to capture the light bulb just above. It's just hanging. There you go.
Okay, question. Obviously. You made the decision to buy this house and move to the countryside. Can you walk me through that decision? Like, why did you do it?
Well, I would say I'm super curious about life. Mm-hmm. So I fling myself into situations. I just want to feel what it's like. A pattern I've started to notice in my life is that I kind of live it. I'm so thrilled to live that experience. Mm-hmm. And then there's other things I want to experience and I want to demystify. Mm-hmm. And so the next thing was doing this. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel super lucky to be able to do this, but it's not something I really fully understand. It was just something I was drawn to. Mm-hmm. I knew that I was stepping into the unknown, that all kinds of surprises would come out of this, but I was just basically like, I need space. I need green. I need quiet. I need to see what happens from that. Mm-hmm. I ask my intuition constantly, every single day, for almost every single decision I make. I mean, I've really made it a big habit. And I rely heavily on that. So I got that this is the right thing to do. So here I am.
I mean, that's a hot quality.
Well,
like seeing that there's something that you want to do and you actually do it. I love when people do what they say they're going to do.
yeah. I think where I'm struggling a little bit more recently is I'm just experiencing it. Like maybe for the first time in my life, because so often I tell stories about the things I'm experiencing.
Uh-huh.
Right now, I'm not sure I want to tell the story of what's going on because I don't know what the story is yet. I just want to experience it. I don't know where this is going. I don't know what happens next.
But
I don't know who I will become.
Mm-hmm. How's that different then from before? Because do you ever know where you're going? Like, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess the only difference is that I'm trying to take things in more. Mm-hmm. I think I'm trying to rush less. Mm-hmm. I think I'm trying to live one level deeper now.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Give us a tour of the bathroom. Your favorite room.
This bathroom makes no sense right now. I had the electricity redone because the whole house needed electricity redone. It was borderline very dangerous. That light doesn't even work anymore. In here, you have a bunch of dead bugs that come in here.
But of course, you have to. It's a light.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
but you know, just let me focus on the negative details for a second.
Okay. Make it as bad as you can.
I just started scrubbing the tiles. These just started coming off of the walls.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, it's not that bad.
Mhm.
I'm being dramatic, and it's really not
That's
that
what I'm
bad.
trying to get at.
Yeah, it works. I have a bathroom, but I think it'll be really beautiful one day.
I believe it.
So.
Because the beauty starts in here.
That's like the most Quran thing.
I feel like I can only see clearly what I want and what works for me with contrast.
Interesting. In what way? What do you mean?
I figure out what I really care about when I don't have it anymore. You know, when I step away from it.
Right.
And I miss it and I feel drawn to it again. Or the opposite, which is like when I start to feel I have too much of something, I'm trying to listen to the signals and kind of go like, something's not quite right here. Why do I feel imbalanced?
What's your relationship to it in a way?
Yeah. I'm very introverted, you know. I think the thing that I feel is when I spend a long time with just about anybody, it feels like we're watercolors and our energies are mixing, and that can be nice for a while, but I'm sensitive to it and it can quickly become too much. And it's really nice to have places where I can reset again and get excited to do watercolor painting again. This is a weird metaphor, but
But I agree. I see what you mean. Okay, so then has this place given you something that you didn't expect?
oh yeah. The whole everything about this entire experience is truly nothing like what I imagined. I tried not to imagine it too much, but you know, it's like, I guess I, without realizing, had all these ideas about what life in the countryside would be like, right? And it's really nothing like what you think. I haven't quite found a love for repairing things, you know? You kind of go into it with this idea like, okay, I'm gonna become a handyman, you know, or whatever. And it's like, maybe not so much. Like, it's good to learn the basics. But I think at this stage of my life, it's probably not such a bad idea to play to my strengths. I know how to tell stories. Or I really love to tell stories. So, at the very least, with that, I'm willing to suffer and struggle in the pursuit of a great story. I don't know if I have the same passion for like painting walls, but I think that's all of life. All of life is, if you really know what you're getting yourself into, would you go for it? Probably not.
Probably not,
Would you
yeah.
have kids? Would you do that startup? Would you, you know, like,
And it's funny that even if people tell you this is what you're going into, you probably will not believe them until you do it yourself.
in a sense, it's interesting. It's like mistakes are not something that you should be trying to avoid at all costs. Like, mistakes are, I mean, I don't even like that word, but it's sort of like they're your best teachers.
They're learning experiences.
And it's funny how, like, through each experience of my life, there have been so many stressful moments where I'm questioning or doubting. But in this very moment right now, sitting in the sun, I would say I feel like I'm living a really rich and beautiful life, and I wouldn't change anything, you know?
So now if you look back, like like sitting here right now, would you say that you've made mistakes?
I think in hindsight, there's a few things I wish I could tell a younger version of myself, and probably things I wish I could understand better even now that I'm aware of. But I don't think there's anything even a wiser version of me could tell me that's gonna avoid this. I just have to do this and I have to grow up, you know? That's how it goes. Wow, what is this? Baklava? Oh, ho, ho, ho.
The best,
Oh.
straight from the streets of Berlin. It's very Syrian.
We're putting this chocolate away. This looks great.
Yeah.
But,
Y'all love your maintained lawns.
well, did you know that it literally is French? A sign of wealth that you could maintain a plot of land
Without planting it?
without having any food on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, look at this red carpet I have basically in front of my house. I don't need this.
Show off, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Funny. I'm still reading Anam Cara on this trip, and I've been reading it for a while. It's just one of those books that's taken me a really long time because, honestly, it's just one of those books that I'm very inspired by, and so I always have to like slow down and really think about what is being said, and I want to share something with you. Listen to this. The secret heart of time is change and growth. Each new experience that awakens in you adds to your soul and deepens your memory. The person is always a nomad, journeying from threshold to threshold into ever different experiences. In each new experience, another dimension of the soul unfolds. It is no wonder that from ancient times, the human has been understood as a wanderer. Traditionally, these wanderers traversed foreign territories and unknown places. Yet, Stanislavski, the Russian dramatist and thinker, said that the longest and most exciting journey is the journey inwards. It's also very much in accordance with the theme of the storytelling event that I did in Paris, which was change. Funny how things just align. Yeah.
It could be that played a factor, but I've never been told that.
Are rejections hard for you?
I mean, yeah. For who? I mean, I think aren't they for you?
I think there's a way to soften them and also recognize that, yeah, no, I don't think they're as hard for me, actually. Because
I feel like rejection is hard, but I think one thing I'm good at is allowing myself to feel it, you know, and not shy away from it. And so it being hard doesn't have to be a bad thing, you know? Why do you think you're good at taking rejection?
I think it's because, okay, so it depends obviously on the rejection. I think I'm really good at not taking things personally.
I don't think, see, that's the thing. It's not, so that's a good point. That's a really good point. It used to be that if I got rejected, like, you know, that's not even the right wording. I don't like that. If I say to a woman, like, I'm really attracted to you, can I kiss you? And she goes, you know, I don't, you know, or asking her out on a date or whatever. It used to be that if she said no, there's something fucked up about me. Like there's something wrong with me. Now I recognize that's not the case. But I can still feel the like, okay, you know. But I'm always, in the end, I'm always much happier that I expressed myself and I
Sure.
like that's a victory in and of itself.
Yes,
I think that's what
absolutely.
I'm most happy about. Then like the fun adventure that I won't go on, that's, you know, I feel the loss and then yeah, it's whatever. You've never had like a really hard rejection where you're like, oh, this hurts?
Of course.
Can I ask you like maybe a more personal question?
Always, yeah.
Like with your parents, does it feel like a rejection a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely.
That one must be tough. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably the toughest.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of all of them. Yeah.
It's cool how open you are about that.
Also, it's a very interesting conversation, this one. My parents are trying to get one of my cousins to Canada. They were like, well, it's because we're looking for a son. To kind of like just be there.
He's taking Bilal for a son instead of his son. ليهتم فيه وقت اللي يكبر ويورثه. He's looking for a son, your dad, honestly.
For a support.
My biggest problem with that is that I don't want to paint my parents in a bad light.
Yeah.
Because they are good people. And they have given me a lot and provided a lot for me
Yeah.
and still do, you know, in my relationship with them.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think Santos said it really well, right? Which is like, you don't need to defend them. I think he said something along those lines.
Yeah.
I think.
Did you watch the
Yeah.
you did watch that.
Yeah, I thought it was really great. It was a
Yeah.
really interesting exploration and
Yeah.
don't hold back. Don't hold back, you know? I think a ton of people in our generation are going through stuff like this. And good, you know, like what a great
Yeah.
shift in dynamic that's taking place, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a very relatable experience, I think.
I'll tell you an interesting story. I'm traveling with my family in the United Kingdom. It's a few days before Christmas. This is years ago. We parked the rental car with our luggages in it in a nice area. So we're thinking like, we're fine. We went to the Harrods. We're there for a few hours, we come back, the glass is broken. Someone busted the windows and stole the luggages.
Damn.
My mom is in tears because all of her favorite jewelry is stolen. I mean, this is like really a shitty moment. It's like 3 days before Christmas. Our passports are stolen. I mean, like this is so bad. So the people across the street see us and they see that, you know, my mom is breaking down and we're all shocked and don't know what to do and we're in a foreign country and, you know, I didn't lose my passport, but my parents did, so we're gonna have to figure that out tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. And they offer, they're like, you wanna come inside and like get yourselves sorted, we have some food, blah, blah. And my mom refused. And this moment really marked me because she's a very proud woman. I don't know, in that moment she didn't wanna take help from strangers. And I've really thought back on this moment a lot because I feel like I was raised a little bit with these ideas, and it's so delicate because, you know, sometimes asking for help from people is such a beautiful thing and can open up doors.
Totally.
But I think it came from a place of not wanting to be a burden, maybe, you know? And
Maybe she didn't want to show vulnerability.
Maybe. I mean, it was a lot of emotion at once in that moment, but it was really intense. It was really intense, and I thought about.
Yeah, go.
Well, I thought about her upbringing, where it was
Yeah.
like discouraged to ask for help and to not be a burden, and
Yeah, people don't scare me. Yeah, people don't scare me.
Yeah.
Do you scare people?
I think I do,
Yeah, I
actually.
think sometimes you
Yeah.
put them on edge.
Yeah.
What about you, do you think?
scares people?
Oh, that's a great question.
It's like, here I am talking about us getting robbed, and really the moment that marked me the most was that. Isn't that interesting?
That is very interesting.
Do you think you're good at asking for help? It's a tough one, huh?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I would hope that I am, but I don't know if that's me being like, oh, I can just figure myself out, I've taught myself everything that I know about my work, and I've gotten myself to where I am now, but obviously with the help of others, right? Because you can't do anything truly alone.
Right.
I think I would want to say yes, I do ask for help when needed, but I don't know if I do a lot, because I don't know if I need it a lot. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Which maybe tells you that maybe I'm not good at asking for help.
I just know that when I moved here, I had to ask for a lot of help from my parents because it was so many new things at once. And that was really humbling.
It's quite cold. I think I'm gonna go back inside. Part of the reason why I like coming here and sharing a space with someone for like 3 or 4 days, let's say, in their intimate home is because you really get to see what their life is like on a very intimate level. And this is kind of what I'm trying to do with these videos, where I show you a lot of these conversations, is two people who are curious about each other, and so they're getting to know each other through conversation. But yeah, it is interesting in being in someone's home, and especially someone like Nathaniel, who is, he's very open about, his introvertedness and how, he just needs a lot of space for himself. And of course, I absolutely respect that. And I'm glad that he's also very comfortable communicating, when he needs space. Yeah, I think I'm easy when it comes to being in someone's space. I don't need much. I can just exist and do my own thing. I'm quite independent, and I'm happy to remain so. It's been fun though. It's been really fun. It's really nice to have conversations with people. I think that's the biggest thing, is that I love to have conversations and ask questions, as you clearly see.
It's a full circle moment.
I was recording before.
Oh, I love this bathroom. It's a full circle moment.
The way you did that the exact same way, that was very impressive.
And to me, it's just like such an easy joke to do.
So how was it having me? Exhausting?
No.
A lot of questions.
Yeah, but same here. No, it was really nice. It was really great to share this space. I feel like this house comes more to life with more people in it. Yeah, I think your questions really made me think a lot about myself, and yeah, I can't wait to see you again. I think there definitely needs to be a part 2 to this.
I think so too. I want to host like a gathering at your place. That's the next level.
I'm not against this idea, but I think you can understand why I need a little more time.
Of course, I know. This is like way
Fix
down
the
the
toilet,
line. Cool.
I mean, look at it this morning.
Yeah, this morning is gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for inviting yourself.
Thanks for saying yes.
It's great. I hope you have a great and easy and nice and
Thanks.
not slowed down return trip back.
Thanks.
But it's Deutschbahn. So
Yeah, that's true.
prepare for the worst.
I know. Cool.
Oh, man.